All right, good morning, everyone. It is after 9 here on, we're on live on Facebook on the AM800 page and the Morning Drive with Mike and Lisa page, or maybe you're watching it after on our blog page, wherever you're watching. Whatever you're watching, thank you for watching. Mike and Lisa, AM800. Lisa Williams, what's the word today?
Kind of gloomy out. I don't know. I just feel like curling up in front of the fire today. I'm cold for some reason. It's just
Very cold.
damp. It's like one of those damp feeling days. That's okay. I'll be headed to the gym soon. Before you know it, I'll be complaining that I'm too hot.
Well, that's true. You'll be sweating then.
Yeah. Okay. You know how big I am on cleaning right now, on
Oh,
organizing
my God,
and
yes.
redoing things and all of this. Well, I came across a new spring cleaning idea. If you have a hard time getting rid of stuff, is this brilliant or is this really dumb? Okay? You tell me what you think. So someone came up with a hack that's supposed to help you let go of stuff. You know, we all accumulate stuff and sometimes it's, I'm going to need it. I'm going to keep it. And, sometimes maybe you're not sure. Should I get rid of it? Should I keep it? I don't know. The solution according to...
Yeah, I'm horrible for this, by the way.
Okay,
so
are you?
I'm listening, yeah.
A solution is to make 3 piles, okay? And we've heard of this plan before. Keep, toss, donate, right? Keep, toss, donate. But she added another pile, and that is hide. The hide pile.
So, I've never heard of the hide pile before.
What she said is, it's hard to get rid of stuff you spent money on because it seems like a waste. And maybe that's what makes a lot of people hold on to it, And you're always worried, well, I might need it. I might need it someday. So if you can't get rid of something, hide it somewhere and see if you miss it. And chances are you won't. And the next time you declutter, maybe a year later or so, you'll have an easier time giving it to Goodwill. I don't know. I think that's dumb. I don't think that's brilliant. I think it's dumb. She said it worked for her, though, especially with her clothing that she never wears. And she thinks it'll work for other people, too. Well, why do you have to hide it? Why don't you just ask yourself, have I worn this in the last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems to be like a better way. Like just hiding it is just hiding it and still clutter, right? Like I know you're hiding it, so maybe it's out of sight, out of mind, and more organized and stuff like that, but it's still taking up space.
It's the right. And it's a test. And I guess you're really hiding it temporarily. If your plan is to declutter over 5 years, maybe this plan would work. Because every year you're discovering something that you've hidden again and say, oh my gosh, I remember that. I really don't need it after all. My dad and I are having this discussion right now because
Uh-oh. You seem really stressed right now about this already.
Well, they need to start getting rid of stuff, okay? They have a basement full of stuff. And if eventually there's going to be a move in the future, now is the time to start getting rid of stuff. My dad is a former university professor. Mm-hmm. He has in his downstairs office a bajillion textbooks.
Wow, a bajillion.
And papers like you wouldn't believe, okay? He cannot part with it. He can't. It's like a sin to throw away a book, right? Especially like a nice hardcover book. And this is what's been ingrained in his head. And I said, Dad, all of these books are so out of date. You cannot give them to anybody. Nobody can repurpose them for anything. You just got to get rid of it because there is no point in hanging on to this. Can't. So you got to get rid of it. So it's hard for him to take a look at a stack of papers, let's say, and say to himself, I have got to easily throw these in the garbage. Like, pick it up. Everything is a debate. Everything is like a discussion, and it's driving me bonkers.
Yeah, driving you crazy, right? But aren't you're I know you're not as bad, but you got those 3 Rubbermaid bins with a lot of stuff in them too. But they're more mementos and Mementos? Yeah. Is that
Yeah,
right? Is that the
it's
right
like
word?
my kids stuff from
Yeah,
when
like from when they were
they're little.
kids. I see.
Yeah,
That's another thing. I don't know how you get rid of that stuff.
yeah. Well, Craig, if he had his way, it would be gone. But
There you go.
yeah. So this is all part of the pain in the butt discussion. So, what the plan is to get like a big dumpster out front in the driveway and to just start pitching stuff. But now my dad said, well, I think I should shred all of these papers. I'm like, shred? That would take a bajillion years.
You would have to get like industrial shredder, take it somewhere, get it done type thing. And so what's he want to shred? Like his school stuff? Well,
Papers that have been written, maybe people's thesis and research
yeah, but
papers.
like that's not like a privacy concern or whatever. Like
I think
it's
he
not
thinks
like
it
old
is. Like
financial statements and stuff like that and credit card bills. I always shred that kind of stuff.
telling you, this is going to be the next couple years are going to be really bad.
All right.
It's going to be a test with my patience, but
right.
that's okay. That's fine. It's all good.
Lulu, yeah, Lulu's here today. There she is. There she is, having a little snooze in her new sweater that says on the back, sweater weather.
Love
Does
it.
she look comfy right now?
She does.
Hey, Lulu. Very excited for the After 9 show today, that Lulu.
I don't blame her.
Yeah, big time, big time. All right, well, I don't know what you're going to do about your parents. I mean, it's a tough situation. And, like, you put yourself in that situation. Like, Craig doesn't think your stuff's important. It's important to you. You don't think your dad's stuff's that important. It's important to him. It's kind of the same, right?
Yeah, I had to talk about like what like hoarders are, and I'm like, Dad, like honestly, if we're all in agreement that all of this stuff needs to go, it's just what is holding you back. It's like, so what is happening now, and I don't know if they'd mind me talking about this or not, but too bad. What's happening now is that
They don't watch this show, though, do they?
I don't think so. But they'll go down in the basement and they'll start the cleanup and they'll bring something up. Okay? They'll bring up a box of stuff.
Okay, so the process begins.
But the box of stuff then now stays upstairs. And so now there's piles accumulating of stuff around the house. I'm like, why is there a leaf blower in the family room? I don't understand. Where did that come from? And this table, why is this here? Where did it come from? Just like and photographs are being put up and just slotted everywhere. And yeah, I guess this is a process. And yes, Dara, you can identify. I guess this is what happens, and it's very difficult. But it's got to start somewhere, and I just need to
just do it, right? Like ripping off a Band-Aid type thing. You got to like get it, put it in a dumpster or shred it or recycle bin or whatever or donate it and just be done with it. And don't look back.
That's the plan.
All right, good luck. I know I still got to go through stuff. Like I was cleaning up the garage, organizing that the other day, and like I don't even have stuff that like the stuff I'm bad at is the fact that maybe I can use this one day for something. Like I had these like white styrofoam strips and stuff like that came in. I don't know. Our new microwave came in, this thing, and they package it and stuff like. I'm like, oh, these big square rectangle, styrofoam. That looks like that could be useful one day for something.
What though?
I don't know, but I do tend to use a few things like that, but I have a lot of stuff like that I keep that is organized somewhat in my workshop or my garage, but, like, will I ever really use it? I don't know. Like, sometimes the Kelly say, oh, we really need to do something about this. I'm like, let me see what I have. And then I'll MacGyver something.
Yeah, I guess everybody's got that same thought process. What if I need it one day? It could be useful. I'm thinking if you need it, you go buy one.
Mm.
And how expensive can it be? Styrofoam.
Yeah.
Anyway, hide it on
All
your
right.
shelf.
Okay, well there you go. We'll see if anybody has more advice for Lisa with her own stuff, or in particular, your parents' stuff is really what you're most concerned about these days, right? I mean that's the bigger one, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now there is a conspiracy theory. There is so much fake news and conspiracy theories going around these days that I thought I'd debunk this one this morning, because I'm sure there are people that believe this one. So there is a lot of photos on social media, and we're talking about the Will Smith, Chris Rock slap again. And there is this photo that's making the rounds, and it's basically saying, look at this. This was all a setup. Chris Rock knew it was coming because he's wearing this. Here is what the photo is that's going around on social media to say, okay, Chris knew this was coming. He's wearing like a pad under his eye where he's about to get slapped. And it's hard to see, so I circled it. And it looks like it's almost like some kind of padded bandage or something like that. I don't know if anybody else has seen this online.
That's
No,
so fake.
nothing.
That-
So fake, right?
well, it's fake for the photo. Like, that wasn't there before.
Yeah.
So somebody doctored a photo?
Somebody doctored a photo, and this happens all the time. And you know,
Yes.
this is a less serious one and stuff like that. But, I mean, we've seen this through the whole COVID pandemic. We're seeing it now with the war in Ukraine. That people in certain social media channels, they'll doctor stuff up, they'll make stuff up, they'll just state stuff, and then all of a sudden gets shared, and then all of a sudden people are believing it and saying, look at this is the truth. You know, because Jeff in Nebraska said COVID's fake or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, or, you know, one of the unreputable news sources, you know, like Rebel News. Look at Rebel News. Look what they said. Well, you know.
So, but people want to believe
Consider
what they
the
want to
source.
believe. So those people who thought this was a hoax to begin with will see this picture
Yep. See?
and will right away
See?
believe it.
Yep.
Believe that Chris was wearing some sort of padding on his face.
Yep.
So the idea is what? That if he was wearing some padding on his face, it was all set up like backstage.
Yep,
Will
he
said,
knew this was going to
"Okay."
happen. He knew it was coming. He wanted to protect his face a little bit. So obviously, this was all a setup
So
to get people talking.
how does the discussion go? Like Chris says, Will, hey, can you do me a solid? Can you maybe I'll tell a joke about Jada, then you get mad, come up and slap me across the face, and then we'll be the talk of the town, and
Yep.
more people will buy tickets for my stand-up. But the only downfall is, sorry, Will, your career will tank. So can you do that for me? Sure, Chris, no problem.
Yeah, right?
And when people said they did it for ratings, that doesn't make sense because anybody who was going to be watching was already watching.
Yeah.
It didn't increase the ratings from the Oscars because everybody heard about it afterwards.
Yeah,
It had nothing
that's
to
exactly
do with ratings.
it was like, it came out, the second lowest rated Oscars ever.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
you know, it's not going to help. It helped the buzz. Maybe it'll help next year. I don't know if they invite Will Smith and Chris Rock back and they're going to present together. I don't know. It might help next year, but it did nothing for it this year. So, yeah. So, I mean, that's the photograph that's going around that is totally fake. So, you know, if you want to find out, and I keep preaching this because it's driving me insane, the amount of fake stuff we get sent to us,
Oh
or
my gosh,
we're
yeah.
accused of saying fake stuff because,
Look at the source.
you know, they saw it somewhere. Go to different the Reuters is a really good one, and Reuters nonpartisan. They don't go left, they don't go right. Well, and all that crap that's going on now in the media. You go to Reuters and they have a fact check. Put it in Google, Reuters fact check, and they update stories like every day and debunk some of the nonsense that's out there every single day.
Yeah. And there are ways, but people want to believe what they want to believe. So
If you search hard enough for it, you will find some kind of
That's
website that says what you believe. Yes.
and like-minded people, right? So
Well, that's it. That's it.
that's what a lot of these sites are about. Anywho, okay. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, everybody's excited that Douglas is here. Grumpy old man Douglas has chimed in.
Mm-hmm. Douglas, yay.
Morning, Douglas. Morning, Douglas. So.
I hate the Oscars.
Stupid. Who cares about these guys? Why are you guys even talking about this? Oh, real news. Let's talk about the $10 child benefit. Let's talk about buying new fighter jets.
Looking forward to a Mike and Grumpy Old Douglas show. That's right.
Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to give Lisa the day off.
He did offer to fill in for me one day.
Yeah. Yeah, he couldn't today. He's waiting for contractors to show up. What are you getting done, Douglas?
Yeah, and how long have you been waiting for said contractors?
Yeah, I'll be there between 9 and 5. 9 and 5. You get me home 9 to 5? I hate that. I hate that when you're waiting for somebody like that. Well, they'll either be there from 8 till noon or noon till 4.
And then it rains, and then it gets put off, and you never get a call back.
Yep. Got a little behind on the last job. Not going to make it today. Sorry you stayed home all day.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah,
I guess you don't know how long one job, in particular job, is going to take, and it's just sort of one backs up another, and next thing you know, you're out of luck.
Yeah. Oh, new AC. Getting ready for the hot weather.
That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I never used to get excited about that kind of stuff. Air conditioning is it's not sexy enough to get excited about. Now, yeah.
Yeah,
new roof,
that's right.
Wow, new door, new air conditioner.
You know what the saddest thing I get excited about? And, well, there's a couple things, and Kelly always laughs at me. One is I get really excited for Yard Waste Day. When I can, you talk about organizing and cleaning, and I have all these yard waste bags, and I bought a couple extra garbage cans to put yard waste in, and I'm like, oh, yeah. It's like a renewal of the yard where we're getting rid of all the yard waste bags and putting them out to the curb, and then magically they go away. I love that. Love that. And I love when I get the new calendar every year.
Oh, my God. Do you circle the days?
Yeah, well, they're marked on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. No, I hang it up inside the cabinet doors and, change it over. Then it kind of gets a little thick and then leans out from the door, so I rip off the previous month, and we're all good to go.
Yeah, you look for the pictures of the yard waste bags or the corn husks and the pumpkins and the hay bales.
Exactly. And finally this morning, back to the outrage on the program this morning. We were talking about drive-thrus and automation systems. The Tim Hortons in Tecumseh is one of those that's testing a conveyor belt that goes over the current lane, I guess, where you pick it up at your window and goes to a second location where you would pull it out of this conveyor belt little area where it gets delivered to kind of speed things up. They're testing this.
Yep.
Which I think is a great idea.
I do too.
And we got into talking about Swiss Chalet on here on Church had this years ago and tried this out. And, I guess it didn't work out so well for them. But anyway, we had a caller, Jimmy, who said he doesn't like Swiss Chalet sauce. I was flabbergasted.
Because you love it, right? And as do so many. It's even in the grocery stores now, the packets, you can make your own. Not sure it's the same. But, yeah, I mean, that's why a lot of people go. Dan McDonald said that he thought it tasted like cinnamon water.
Yeah, I don't get that. I mean, it's delicious. You could buy it at the grocery store, too. I should do that so I can have that around as well. But, yeah, I mean, Swiss Chalet sauce. And I can't believe how many people like Russell here that we heard from on the text lines that said they don't like it either. They hate the stuff.
And there's no substitute, I don't think, when you're there, right? There's no, like, I'll get the gravy instead. I don't think there is.
I don't know. I don't know if they have gravy at Swiss Chalet. I don't know. They have, like, rib sauce. I heard Dan talking about that before we came on. Look, everybody. Grumpy Old Man hates it, too. Grumpy Old Man, I mean, that's like the go-to old person night out meal is Swiss Chalet.
Well, they still have it. It just doesn't have the sauce.
I guess. Always reminds me of my grandma going to Swiss Chalet.
Yeah, she used to always love to go, eh?
Yep, we'd go all the time. That was our place to go for dinner. So,
nice.
Well, like Kim hates the chicken there. How do you hate it? Oh, the chicken sauce. Okay, I thought I just read it.
Isn't that the same thing? What is it? What's a chicken sauce?
Oh, that's the Swiss LA sauce, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just saw chicken. I was outraged at that. See, there's Kim. She likes the barbecue sauce there. There is a different sauce for the ribs or whatever.
Okay. Well, as long as there's an alternative, maybe try that next. Okay. Well, we got to go. That's it for us today. And back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, so it's already the weekend. Once we get over Wednesday, once Wednesday's show is over, it's like we're in the home stretch.
Yeah, it almost feels like the beginning of the weekend already for us because this day is almost over. Got a few things to do, and then we'll reconvene tomorrow morning on the morning drive, and we'll talk about a few different things, the usual stuff, and then the best topics are the ones like Swiss LA sauce that we do not plan that just come up, and then everyone wants to talk about it.
That's it.
That's it.
I got to eat them today. Okay. See you tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. Have a great day, everyone.